We made it first night in the RV. Oh, what a day and honestly week it's been. I got a little bit of a later start than I hoped for. Well, actually, I was hoping to leave yesterday, and packing and organizing and all the things just took a lot longer than I anticipated. I had to like move into here, and then the rest of the stuff that was at my parents' house had to like move into storage, and so it was, yeah, just moving, cleaning, organizing. It's a lot. It's very overwhelming. And then even today, well, yesterday also, we were dewinterizing, filling up the water tanks. I had to go buy some new batteries for the coach. Things like that, buying a hose. Today there were some last minute errands like that too. Had to get a couple things for the cats. And yeah, just last minute things. And so I was planning to go to Bryce Canyon, very first stop, but I decided, because I wouldn't be getting there until it was already dark, I just decided I would pick somewhere a little closer I could get to just to sleep tonight while the light was still out. And we found a very, very, very beautiful place here in Utah. It honestly was really anxiety provoking, the drive here. I was not okay for a second. Yeah, I just started questioning everything. Why the hell am I doing this? What makes me think I can do this? Is this an awful idea? It's been really hot the last couple of days, and it has me really anxious about just the summer, mostly with the cats. I feel like if I were doing this alone, it would be 10 times easier. But I have cats, children to take care of and think about. I want them to be safe, especially temperature-wise, and I want them to be comfortable. I feel like it was really warm back here on the drive over. Pickle likes to sit on my lap when I drive, which is so special. That's like me in Pickle time, is driving, which we've got a lot of coming up. He never cuddles. Like, Fancy is my little cuddle bug. She loves cuddling with me. He never cuddles. But for some reason, when we're in the car driving, he loves to be on my lap. Fancy, the couple little test drives we went on, has liked sitting up here, and I drive right through here. But she started up here and then started getting antsy, and I think she was just hot and it was stressing me out. And so she eventually came and sat on the front seat because there was cool air blowing. So it's good to know that she knows how to seek cool spots. I need to get some better fans. I do. The one I have is not sufficient, and I ordered 2 of them and they only sent 1, and I haven't been able to get a hold of them, but it's honestly not great. So I need to get some bigger, better ones. But I don't think she liked sitting on the front seat. I think she liked it from like a coolness perspective, but it's loud driving in here. Like, when cars would pass us, she would like get up and come back here. But then eventually we got on a road where it was just 2 lanes or 1 lane, and we were on the very right hand side, and so she was able to just like relax. But yeah, I mean, it was like 2 hours of driving all in all, 2.5 maybe, and they would both have moments where they were chill, but then they would get up and start meowing. I especially got anxious when Fancy would meow at me because she is not a super vocal cat. And so I just tried to affirm to them that they're safe. Before we started, I came back here and gave them both some catnip, like mellow catnip. And we said a family prayer together, and I prayed for their safety and their peace and all of our protection and my ability to protect them. And it made me cry. And once I started driving, I played the song Peaceful Easy Feeling by the Eagles, and I just sobbed. And then the song that came on next was Looking for Space by John Denver, and I continued to cry. And in those first few minutes, I felt peace. But then the anxiety set in, and it didn't really let up until the last 5 minutes, honestly. I think in some ways I'm like, wow, is this preparing me to be a mom? going on a trip with these two things I really care about, and to be honest, they're probably gonna hold me back a little bit. Like, I realize that, like, there are some long, like, all-day hikes I want to do, but if I'm in hot areas and it's hot, I can't leave them in here all day, and I'm not gonna be able to go on my hikes. And so just realizing, like, wow, this would be so much easier if I were alone. And not even from a standpoint of should I not have brought them, like, it wasn't an option to do anything without them. I love them so much I couldn't leave them, but just, like, recognizing, like, this is a lot harder with people, things, depending on you that you've got to look after and take care of. So, because I imagine that when I am a mom, I could picture me having a pretty adventurous lifestyle. I do have a pretty adventurous lifestyle, and, like, yeah, hikes and river trips and all of that would be so much easier alone. It's gonna not be as easy as it is now when I have babies and I'm going on hikes and I'm worried about their temperature regulation, and just, yeah, so I'm like, maybe this is good preparation. Honestly, the last 6 months as I've been preparing for this journey have been so chaotic, but, like, in a very good way. Like, I'm very, very grateful for all the jobs and everything that has kept me so busy, but it's, like, kind of kept me distracted from reality. But I think even if it wasn't as busy as it was, there's just a good chance you just don't know what you're getting into until you're doing it. It's like with all things, right? Becoming a parent, going on a big trip like this, like, nothing can fully prepare you for it. You just have to do it. And reality just kind of started setting in, and I was like, oh my gosh, what the hell am I doing? This is so scary, leaving all reliable, consistent income to travel in an RV. I'm like, I haven't even cared about gas prices until I started driving. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna spend so much money on gas, but I have a great opportunity to regulate through these things and just keep bringing myself back to peace and trust. When we got here, the cats were very excited to get out. I got them on their collars and leashes, and we got out, and they had a really fun time exploring. They instantly just, like, mellowed out because they love nature. They love being outside. In fact, Fancy's sitting, I have the door open but the screen closed, and she's sitting there, I think, wishing that she could go back out. And Pickle's up here. Oh, you're not gonna be able to see, but him sleeping on the passenger seat, just resting. It was really, really, really cute and sweet to see them exploring and just excited. And again, it's like, if I were alone, I would have just, like, ground down and breathed, but I was helping them explore. So definitely stepping more into the selflessness, I guess, for these babies, as we're gonna be together all the time now. And they're gonna need a lot more care than they have in the past. Good morning. We're outside. We're just hanging out. Fancy is attached to a rope. Pickle is underneath the RV, not attached to a rope, because he figured out how to take his collar off, so I need to get him a new one. This is where we spent the night. I just had breakfast. It went pretty well last night, all things considered. Pickle did wake up at 6 a.m. very anxious. I've definitely been very in my feels this morning. I will say it's really nice not having service here, and I haven't set up my Starlink yet. Just been very introspective, thinking about the nature of life and home, what is home, and just, like, just waking up in the middle of nowhere with no one around. I'm like, is this the next 6 months? It's honestly reminding me a lot of my time in Peru. I was in Peru for 2 weeks 9 months ago, and just pretty much in isolation, quite literally in the middle of the jungle, sleeping in a little hut alone. And I feel like I was out there for medicine and ceremony, but this experience, this venture I'm setting out on is quite literally like the ceremony of life. Like, I am attending to the ceremony of life. I like feel like I'm getting a glimpse of just like, yeah, there's probably a lot in store for me through this, the next 6 months. And I just worry about the cats. I'm like already having thoughts of like, should I just go back home and just like find a new job? But I can't. I've worked way too hard to make this all happen. I know I need to just keep going, but yeah. Feels surreal. Problem with these ropes is that they get caught on everything, huh? Say, I'm stuck, mama. It's nice that I can trust Pickles to just not go too far, and I wish I could trust her the same. I just kind of don't. I have driven through so many cute little small towns, and it makes me wish that it was easier to like film out the window and show them. Just so many cute like little cafes, little hole in the wall places, and I wish I could stop at them all. I just passed Butch Cassidy's boyhood home, and it was like just this little log cabin. I was driving through a place called Junction, super just little and cute. It makes me definitely like dream about, I don't know, living in a small town someday. I don't know if I actually want that, but it does make me romanticize it. And yeah, I guess this is where he grew up, so there was so many like Butch Cassidy Inn, and makes me think of my maternal grandfather because he loved Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. And I don't actually really know a lot about them, so I'm gonna have to look them up, look into their stories more. I just know whenever I hear Butch Cassidy, think of my grandfather. We made it to Dixie National Forest, just outside Bryce Canyon. The spot we got is stunning. I would really love to try to get a family picture with the cats so I can make my announcement on Instagram that I'm living on the road. But they are both really chill and really relaxed in the RV, and so I do not want to disrupt their peace. I will say I'm almost anxious that they're so calm. Neither of them have really eaten today, so I'm like, are they actually calm, or are they just like maxed out on anxiety that they're not doing well? But I'm just gonna choose to believe they're both at peace. What do you think, fans? Which is it? But while they're enjoying their zen and the weather's great in the RV, I am going to go for a little stroll. And then I think when I get back, I will do a meditation and play my flute. Not even going to lie, I wish the cats were with me right now, exploring. It's so pretty, and the camera is not doing it justice, per usual. Look what I stumbled upon. Another Butch Cassidy reference. Part of the Aquarius Trail Hut system, managed by Escape Adventures. Sounds lit. I feel a little lost. A little lost. And I had that thought when I started walking and just venturing off. I'm like, are you gonna be able to find your way back? And I'm like, yeah, for sure I will. And now I'm like, I don't know about that. I think I'm okay. I think in the future I need to like drop a pin to someone and then I can just trace it back, but I suppose that only works if I have service, so we'll find a way that we'll just take note of this experience, and in the future we'll make sure we don't get lost on walks. But the good news is I did in fact find my way back. I am gonna make myself a little drink. It's just coconut water, fresh lemon, and a dash of salt. I have not drinking enough water today, so this will give me some good natural electrolytes. Here is my little salt dish. I wasn't gonna bring this because I love it and I was nervous about it getting broke. Also have a cat cutting board. Do you think the girl likes cats? Yes or no? Take a guess. These are the vibes for the night. A little snack. This right here is called saving a plate. Good morning. I am making myself a couple mugs of tea. First, I'm making a ginger lemon one. How I make ginger lemon tea is with fresh ginger root, and I literally just get a knife and just do little slices of ginger in. I've already got a few in there. And then I'm just gonna do a squeeze of fresh lemon and add hot water, and there you have it. And then the next one I'm going to make this morning is my turmeric temple. This is like a turmeric, ginger, clove, cardamom, black pepper, cinnamon. So good. This is gonna be on my Etsy soon, so keep a lookout for that. It's also really yummy to make like a golden milk with it. Okay, I have decided my plan for the day is to take a break from driving, give the cats a break from driving, and we're just gonna stay here all day. We're gonna camp out here. And I'm gonna get some work done. And then I think tomorrow morning we'll get an early start and either do a hike here in Dixie National Forest or go to Bryce Canyon for a hike, or maybe do both. I just got done hiking Peekaboo Loop in Bryce Canyon. I wish I brought my camera. I didn't realize until I got back, but it was beautiful. I'll put some iPhone snippets in here.
1, 2, 3, play. I can't imagine how the world would be not to see the gray squirrel climbing in an old tree.
Another pro of having an RV is I am still parked at the trailhead, and I warmed up a shrimp taco from yesterday. I'm gonna eat this, and then we're gonna go ahead and find a spot to camp near Zion. And then I think tomorrow I'm gonna kind of fill out the temperature. I'd love to hike both Angel's Landing, which I would need to get a permit for, and also the Narrows, but I need to see what the temperature in the RV feels like down there during the day tomorrow before I know if I can leave the cats or not for hikes that long. So we will see. We made it to the BLM land that we are staying on outside of Zion, and I'm worried about the temperature here. I might not be able to do the hikes I was planning on. Also, the road getting here was nuts, and also I didn't really know where to go. It just said it was on Black Ridge Road, so that's what I typed in, and I just kept driving and it got real bumpy. Let's check it out. Oh yeah, it's hot out here. I was thinking once I arrived I would take a shower because I'm stinky and sweaty from my hike, but I think I'm gonna maybe like tan on the roof first. I haven't done that yet. Okay, I couldn't cook until now because it was too hot here. I tried turning on my generator and neither the AC or the outlets were working, which is kind of a problem because I need to charge my Jackery. It's about out of battery, which I've been using that to charge everything. I have come to the conclusion though that it is too hot here to leave the cats all day. The hikes I want to do are long, and so they're gonna be like the whole day even if I start super early. So my plan is tomorrow to run some errands around town, find somewhere to dump the garbage, go to a coffee shop, charge everything, including the Jackery. I am going to be ordering a cord so that in the future I can charge it while I drive. So yeah, that might be kind of crazy of me to roll into a coffee shop with a laptop and a phone and a big A jackery to charge, but and I'm gonna rent like the waders and equipment to hike the Narrows, so I'll pick that up tomorrow. And then I think I found a cat sitter so that the next day I already have my rental equipment ready to go early in the morning, and I'm gonna pay someone to watch the cats. I'm gonna drop them off for the day so that they have a nice cool place for while I hike. Hello and good morning. Okay, we have another change of plans. The cat sitters actually were like in the opposite direction of me and like an hour from Zion, and so that just wasn't, let's see, going to make sense. Especially because it's gonna be cooler here next week, and my plan was to go to the Grand Canyon next, but then I am gonna have to pass back through Utah for where I'm going after the Grand Canyon. So I'm gonna head to the Grand Canyon today because it's shadier, more woodsy there. It looks like I would like my dispersed camping spot there a lot more, and either way you slice it, I'm gonna have to wait a few days to hike for things to get cooler. So while I wait a few days to be able to hike, I'd rather be somewhere I really like because I don't love this boondocking site. So I'm gonna go to Grand Canyon, just work for a few days. I've got plenty of like herb stuff I can do. And that way it'll be shady and nice. Pickle one's out. You wanna come out, buddy? Come here, baby. And then this weekend there, once it's cooler and cloudy, I'm gonna hike in the Grand Canyon, and then I'm coming back to Zion and hike the beginning of the week here because it'll be cooler and cloudy, so I can leave the cats. So that is the plan. This morning I figured out what was wrong with the generator, why it wasn't working yesterday with like power and AC. The plug that you plug in to power somewhere else needs to be plugged into the RV. So we got that going. We're giving some things a little bit of a charge. I'm gonna make some breakfast. I'm drinking my tea now. I'm gonna get my Starlink set up because I think it will be nice to have for where I'm going. I'm gonna put out the awning and do some Pilates out here, which is gonna be really nice before our drive. It's probably gonna be like a 5-hour drive, so I do feel like a little bit of an urgency to get on it. Here we are, first time dumping the tanks. Wish me luck, I'm a little nervous. Okay, I haven't been on here in a few days. We made it back to Zion. We got there in a windstorm, so we just kind of hunkered down that night. The next day was very stormy. I spent all of yesterday and the night before too, just really working. I got a bunch of new tincture labels made and ordered for new products. I just listed on my Instagram this new product I'm offering. I titled it Spirit Dreams. It's a cannabis-free herbal joint with like blue lotus and mugwort and some beautiful, very like feminine herbs. So I worked on packing those orders yesterday. Looks like I have a new full-time job rolling herbal joints. It takes so much longer than I thought. I'm not even like close to having them all done, but I'll take it. What a beautiful job. I did yesterday get a permit to hike Angel's Landing, so that's where we're headed now. But we made it. Top of Angel's Landing. The cables were honestly really cool, really fun. I love feeling like a mountain lion. I made it back from Angel's Landing, warmed up some dinner, took a shower. This right here is what I like to call my sink is already packed for driving, and I don't feel like moving everything out of it to do the dishes, so I'm just gonna leave the dishes for warming up dinner right here. I also had to feed my sourdough starter. I took it out of the fridge and gave it a little feeding, so while I'm home this weekend I can make a bunch of sourdough. And I think we're officially ready to hit the road. Tonight I'm gonna go stay at a friend's property, wake up and have breakfast with them, which is gonna be lovely. And it's gonna be a busy couple days back through home. And then to Washington. Good morning. I made a very exciting purchase. Let's see if I can get it. I am not one who like typically geeks out on like new technology, or like I don't ever see a new phone come out. I'm like, I want that one. Like, I don't care. But I want to do YouTube. And good news is, if you're seeing this, I am. And I tried with my old laptop. Unfortunately, these things do have time limits. They've got lifespans. My old laptop is a decade old. She old. All she's been used for is like typically watching Pilates videos and doing Pilates the last few years. But I tried editing videos on her and uploading them to YouTube. Not gonna happen. She can't do any of it. So this was a necessity. This is a business purchase, is what we're looking at. And again, I'm not typically one to be excited about, like so excited about stuff like this. I'm so stoked, but it's because I'm like so excited to have a laptop that like works, like the feeling of working. I was trying to use mine to edit labels for the Primal Herb, which I've always had my sister do my labels, but I'm starting to do it myself. And I was like, I'm so excited to be a little working girl with my laptop. And I'm so excited to make videos, YouTube videos. So, big girl purchase. They just came out with the MacBook Neo. I was originally planning on getting like a refurbished one. But what I was finding were like refurbished ones from like 2020 for $300. And I'm like, hey, wait, 2020 is not that new. Like, that's not that much older than my old laptop. That's 6 years old. Mine was a 2016. So I'm like, ugh. And they just came out with this. Because I was like, I'm not really trying to spend $1,200, $1,300 on a new laptop. But this was $600. It's like a budget-friendly MacBook. It's geared toward like students. And I'm like, yeah, if I'm going to spend $300 on a laptop that's 6 years old and was broken at one point, so it had to get refurbished, I might as well just spend a few hundred more and get a brand new one. And I feel so good about this decision. Investments. They have cute colors. They had a blush, and probably everyone would have expected I got that since I'm a pink queen, but I don't know, that citrus just was calling to me. So, YouTube coming.